What's up? What's up? Welcome back to another episode of She Said What? She said what? She said what? Y'all, I got my sage out today. Well, this isn't sage, but I got my smudging materials. This is lavender. This is Yerba Santa, I believe. And this is just like my little abalone shell. Keep everything in there cool. The Juju. Y'all like that torch, huh? I'm just kidding. I always feel like a psychotic person whenever I use this thing. But also, oddly in control. Whoo child. Let's see, where can we put you? I guess right here. I just gotta smudge it out real quick. Because listen, the amount of buffoonery that I have experienced this last week, I can't even go into detail. Whew. But I'm just trying to reset my energy, cleanse, you know. It's Black History Month. It's Black History Month. No black person should be this stressed in Black History Month, okay? It's just uncalled for. I feel like my black is beautiful. My black is I will not be defeated. I will not lower my vibration to deal with ratchet bitches. Ignorant fools. Whew, let me just let that go right there. That'll eventually go out. What the hell is up? Did you guys like the first episode? I saw some suggestions in the comments that I absolutely love. One of them is my idea, which is to have people sit with me and co-host with me, and that way we can more have like a discussion on these topics instead of just me talking to y'all all the time, which they took that right out of my head. Shout out to Luna. She just right out of my mind, because I was really thinking about doing that. And I will, as much as I can, COVID possibly. Like, you know, as a pandemic, it's only so many people I can have up in my house sitting next to me, you know. And I'm not a big fan of the whole, we have them here now on, you know, whatever, on Zoom call or on whatever. Hey, hi. And then they're talking to the person, and there's a delay on that side, and then they're not my thing. But if it does come to that, and I end up trying to figure that out and make it work, I might make that work too. But we shall see who I can find to guest and guest safely. So I love that idea. Anyway, let's take a spin of the wheel. Yeah. I don't know why I'm in such a singity mood today, but let's see what this thing say. Health and wellness. The thing that I have been grappling with the most lately is combining my mental health with care for my physical health. There are a lot of things in my life of recent, and pardon if you can hear all my neighbors, you know, everybody outside. It's a Sunday night. Everybody outside. So yeah, you're going to hear all that. You might hear somebody music and all that. I have been trying to make my mental health and my thoughts coincide with my physical being and my physical health. I am a person who sometimes my inner dialogue or narrative or whatever can be really harsh on myself. I'm like, dang, Tiffany, you stupid, or damn, my dumb ass. Like, I say stuff like that without thinking how much that's damaging my inner spirit and my body, because my body is absorbing the things that I'm saying about myself. So I'm trying to change my dialogue with myself. Like, no, Tiffany, you're not dumb. You just forgot. Or no, Tiffany, you're not stupid. It just slipped your mind, or you just didn't read that part correctly. I'm trying to be more gentle with myself and more patient with myself, because I feel, especially as a black woman in this country, I get beat down enough. And I know a lot of people are sensitive about race, and everything's not about race. It's very true that everything's not, but a lot of things are. And for me, going into, you know, just working a regular job as an adult, out in the world, as an adult of color, as a female, can be something that really beats down my mental health as well. And I will start to take on a lot of negative self-talk just because I've been so beaten down from that space of work out in the world. And I feel like now more than ever, because we're going through a pandemic and we're just trying to live each day and just make it one day at a time, we need to give ourselves a lot of self-love and a lot of self-care. We need to give ourselves a lot of, I guess the word is leeway, but I want to really, the right word should be patience with ourselves. If we're forgetting things, if we're not sticking to a diet all the way, if we're not, on top of cleaning whatever we're supposed to clean, or what exercise thing, or even during the holidays were hard for me because I'm like, how the hell am I supposed to focus on a holiday and be all happy and jolly when I can literally go outside, catch a virus, and die? You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to juxtapose those things in your mind and create a positive mental space for yourself that will allow you to go through each day without feeling overwhelmed with everything. Because if you don't, then you start to internalize that into your physical body. All of a sudden you have pains you didn't have before. It's hard for you to sleep. It's hard for you to eat or digest things. You have random stress side effects, insomnia, headaches. It could be anything. And sometimes we'll be like, I'm trying so hard to, be on top of everything. But trying so hard to be on top of everything and be what everybody thinks you should be can also be negative and negatively impacting your mental health, to the point where you're feeling like, if I don't do everything by the book, if I don't do everything the way people feel I should or say I should, then I'm failing in some way. And it causes you to just internalize this feeling of failure and almost resentment to yourself, because you're like, damn, I'm doing all I can and it's not enough, and I'm so exhausted and nothing is making sense and I can't get it together, and yada yada blah blah blah. And the truth of the matter is, it's your life. And really, in actuality, there's nothing that you have to get together that you don't want to get together. There's nothing that you don't have to do that you don't want to do. I mean, yeah, we got to go to work and pay bills, but you know what I mean. You have a choice of where you work. You have a choice of what bills you want to have. Maybe you don't want a car note. Give that shit back. Find a little used car, pay cash, and save yourself some stress. I think we give ourselves so many like weird ass checkpoints to get to, especially me as a person in my 30s. I have all of these high expectations and checkpoints that I have to, that I feel like I should have accomplished by now. You know what I'm saying? And it creates mental turmoil in your mind that really does not serve you any purpose, doesn't belong there, doesn't help you accomplish anything. It doesn't make getting towards the goals that you stress about any easier. All you're doing is creating a negative mental headspace. And so I'm trying to stop looking at where I should be society-wise or generationally, whatever, family, peer pressure, or whoever's pressure is on me. I try to stop looking at that other person's definition of me and where I should be, and try to refocus my mindset on what is comfortable with me to do right now. A lot of you guys know, or if you don't know, you will, that I switched jobs. I now work for another brand new company, which I'm super excited about. And it was unexpected and a huge blessing. Unfortunately, the company that I left did everything in their power to make my exit very traumatic, and to the point where I have now blocked all those people on my phone and social media, and I'm trying to ignore all communication because I was really traumatized by the way that I was called and berated and the messages that I was receiving, all because I was elevating myself to another position, to a more comfortable position for my family. And that is a perfect example of allowing the environment that surrounds you to cause you to create a negative headspace, because my head went through all these scenarios of, what if they start stalking me, or what if they start calling me, or what if they, what if I can't, ever get rid of these people, or, I started went through all these scenarios, and then I realized none of this is factual. None of these things are actually happening. They're just worst case scenarios that are coming out of the anxiety in my mind. At the end of the day, an employee decides to leave, then people might be upset, but at the very least, all they can do is, and at the very most, all they can do is be upset. No one's going to come, and I hope no one's going to be stalking me for the rest of whenever just because I left a job. And that was an unnecessary fear that I put in my mind and I allowed to permeate all weekend. It was tough. It was tough having my social media monitored. It was tough having my phone be called. It was tough having all these, I don't know what they were. Ultimatums, threats, whatever, come at me just because I'm leaving a company. And it was terrifying and stressful and traumatizing, and it caused me a lot of mental turmoil. But now that I'm 48 hours away from that, I took a step back and I said, look what's happening around you in your life. God is blessing you with a newer position. Your daughter will be 8 years old tomorrow. Tomorrow's Lena's 8th birthday. We just had a beautiful COVID compliant, socially distant birthday picnic for her yesterday. And I'm just trying to reset myself. I've been going to the beach a lot. I've been going to the ocean a lot, to the grass, to nature, to the wind, to the air. You see me burning sage, having fire, sitting making a bonfire, burning sage or candles in my home. All these things are to reset my mental, meditating, praying to God. And yes, I said God, Jesus Christ, the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. A lot of people seem to think because I read horoscopes or do whatever that I have lost my faith. And that is no such case. And again, that's another example of people putting their expectation of who you should be on you, causing you mental turmoil. Nobody defines my relationship with God but me. Nobody defines my relationship with my child or with Mark or my relationship with myself but me. Nobody creates my path in life but me, assisted by God. That's my co-pilot always. So what the biggest health thing that I've been doing lately has done is allow me to change and shift my thinking and start to realize nothing that is loud and turned up outside. I'm about to go outside and get me some fresh air and turned up. It's only 5 o'clock. Shit, I can go find me something to get into. But yeah, I've been shifting my thinking so that now I can practice positivity up here so that positivity will flow through me. And from the head down, my body will be in alignment with the future that I'm trying to go towards. I can't go towards a future where, I don't know, I'm making my own music or designing my own clothes or even just being the best mother possible or the best girlfriend or wife possible. I can't go towards a future like that calling myself stupid, assuming that I don't deserve better, assuming that I should stay stuck down in a low person's place and I should never elevate myself, allowing myself to be beat down by other people's comments and expectations of me. I won't ever be able to achieve anything that I'm aspiring towards if I'm saying to myself, oh, you dumbass, you this, you ugly today, you fat today, you whatever today. I will never be able to call in anything positive into my life because my first thought and my first word is negative. And so that is something that I'm trying to change. And hopefully that it also helps me align with my physical therapy. I'm currently in physical therapy trying to regain muscle tone in my hip area. And so sometimes when I'm struggling through a workout, I don't beat myself up and get mad that I can't, finish the leg rotations or finish the stretches. I'm patient with myself. And I tell myself, you tried today, you did the best you could, You drank water today. I'm like, ooh, I'm so grateful I'll be thanking myself for taking care of myself. I'll be thanking my body for functioning as well as it does. Things could be a lot worse than a shitty hip and some minor thyroid issues. That's really all I have. And things could be a lot worse. I thank my body for functioning through my anxiety, through my depression. I thank my body for getting up and pressing through. I thank my body for being resilient. And that mental shift has allowed things to be a little bit easier. But when trauma happens, it's hard. This weekend was hard. I really felt stressed and scared and shocked that someone would approach me like that and say that kind of stuff. Usually when you leave a job, if they can't match the offer, they wish you well on your new endeavors and act like some professionals with class. And that wasn't the case. I just, But anyway, I've been patient with myself in the aftermath and in the turmoil. And even sometimes when I'm just like, yo, I want to have a glass of wine or I want to have a piece of chocolate, I'm trying not to beat myself up and be like, you stupid fat bitch, you just did. I'm trying not to say those things to myself. I'm trying to say, you know what? You had a hard ass weekend, girl. You survived. You made it. They tried to beat you down, but you survived. Have the chocolate. Enjoy your wine. Feel and love and appreciate your life every step of the way. All right, I rambled on enough. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.